contributions by staying closer to the rim.
Here's Knight following the basket by Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Outside, Davis. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And here are the Suns now. 8-point game. Bledsoe against Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside Jordan. And he lobs it up. Tries to save it. Cardinal gets the bucket. Cardinals got his second bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range. You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
Here's Tucker. He kicks to Morris. And stolen by Jordan. On up the court. Curry outside. And that one's good. Curry's got 7 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Second team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. No good from Bledsoe.
Boy, the pick, and with that weak screen, I use that term loosely, did nothing to spring him open. It was ineffective.
Well, the Suns with a huge leap in offensive efficiency last season under Jeff Hornacek. He really wanted them to get rid of the long twos. Instead, he focused on transition and living at the three-point line. That's why Phoenix was so difficult to guard.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And it's Golden State's ball. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Curry against Knight. Fires the three. Phoenix no good that time either. Warriors leading by 13. The drive by Jordan. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Jordan's got his first points in this one. And it's the Suns with the ball. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. And the Suns call time here.
Phoenix was one of several teams in the West that was a surprise to many, and they were able to sneak up on a lot of their conference counterparts early in the season.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. White, he's checked in for Lamb. Marcus Morris comes in for Markieff Morris. Warren's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gerald Green in for Brandon Knight.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
One thing with the Suns, Clark, that helped them to a 28-24 Western Conference record is that they knew how to go on mini runs to close out quarters.
You know, they were very good last year towards the end of a quarter. And as you said, Kevin, that kind of play helped them sneak up on a lot of teams out west. They were clearly the surprise team in the NBA, I think.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Phoenix. And the Warriors also making a change. Russell's checked in, and it's Davis with the jam.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here. We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Curry kicks to Jordan. Back to Curry. In low to Davis. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, they've played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
Then, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
Here's Green, following the basket by Stephen Curry. The drive by Jordan, that's tipped. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And a moment to check out Anthony Davis here. Coming off an excellent season last year. Put up about 21 points a game, 10 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks. And it's the kind of run we've seen from him so many times in the past.
But no matter how many times we do see him have a stretch like this, Steve, it still leaves us shaking our heads in amazement and admiration.
The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And Thornton, a 6'4" guard, but you'll never confuse him for a point guard. A volume shooter from the moment he takes the floor. He's looking to put points up in a hurry, and he can do just that.
Now here's Curry. 11 points in the game. And here's Jordan outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Jordan's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, the lead isn't getting any smaller. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded performance for this club on the road.
You know, that's the thing, Steve. To dominate as they have in front of a hostile crowd, really impressive.
And the wide-open shot from Green. Almost, but it rolls out.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Jordan. Feeds it to Thompson. From outside the arc, another three for Golden State.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Can they get it? And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That one on Davis.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
The Suns have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far. The Warriors making a switch here. Bogut's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Golden State's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside there in the first. And the slam dunk by Russell.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
Here's Thornton. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here's Curry. He beats the buzzer.
Wow.
Oh, a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How did he get that to go down?
A nice release and some.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
P.J. Tucker is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Tucker the pass tonight inside and stolen by Jordan.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe the pass down low.
Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, as we all remember, gentlemen, Brandon Knight was the 8th pick back in 2011. He's still developing, but he's still very young. And he said people do forget that. A lot of the best point guards in our game didn't get it overnight. There are a lot of places I can improve, and I embrace that. Guys, he's coming off his best season, looking to continue his growth.
He's gotten Doris better every season. Thank you. Here's Bogut, and that's going to be a travel. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Well, the Phoenix Suns, really one of the surprise teams last season. Expected to vie for the worst record in the league. They were a playoff contender in the brutal Western Conference, no less.
Yeah, quite remarkable the job Jeff Hornacek did. And you have to give a lot of credit to not only Hornacek, but also to some player acquisitions they made to move that team right on the verge of being a playoff team in the West.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. 4th in opponent shooting percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebounds. That means everybody's doing their job on the boards. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And it's 8 points for the machine.
And for Coach Hornacek of the Suns, he oversaw a drastic improvement at both ends of the floor from a team that had been the 2nd worst offense in the league and the 8th worst defense 2 seasons ago. They were around the top 10 in both categories last year.
Shot clock at 6. And Bledsoe, here we go. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Warriors, 4th.
Seemed like they went through stretches, guys, where they just didn't miss from beyond the arc, and that carried those numbers right up to the top of the list.
And Jordan gets it to go.
And for the Suns last season, they exceeded their Vegas over-under for wins with 50 games to go. Wow. A lot of people figured they'd tank for a pick. Instead, I think they shocked the league.
They double him with Jordan. Morris dishes to Bledsoe. The feed now to Tucker. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And now a look at Brandon Knight here. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 18 points a game last season, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And you look at his scoring, he was #1 on the team last season for them.
And Steve, it's never easy to lead a team in scoring at this level. I mean, the best players in the world. Kudos to him.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Phoenix. Green comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And the Warriors also making a change. Steph Curry's checked in for Thompson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Some changes for Phoenix. Marcus Morris is checked in for Markieff Morris. Warren comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Thornton in for Knight. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Russell, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Big time run continues here. 16-0, shutting it down. And he gets it to go.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
Jordan, he's checked in for Russell. Here is Cardinal, guarded by Green. Curry against Thornton. Kicks at Cardinal. Takes the three. Here's Davis. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Davis has got 6 points.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there. Anthony Davis voted most likely to have a breakout year 2, and the GMs called it right. First-time All-Star, most improved candidate, statistically a top 10 player in the league.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, the Suns are the talk of the Valley, but that's not all that's going on in Phoenix. USA Basketball is building a huge new $350 million training facility here. The over 10-acre site is scheduled to open in the fall of 2015. And guys, the Suns hoping those superstar players warm up to Phoenix in their time here.
Yeah, that couldn't hurt in free agency. Thanks, Doris. And you look at the numbers for Davis last season, Clark, around 20 and 10.
And you throw in about 3 blocks and 1.5 steals a game, as well as him upping his scoring while improving his percentages. The sky's the limit for this guy.
Well, let's take a look at how Anthony Davis fared last season. First in blocks, 11th in rebounding, and he became a real offensive threat, one of the top 15 scorers in the game.
And you called attention, Steve, to him being the shot blocks leader in the NBA. I mean, without a doubt, his presence on the low block gave them a dimension that very few teams enjoy. Having a presence there that can throw shots out of there, that's big.
They're scoring well here, really executing and building on this lead.
Gradually adding to the lead, I like it. I mean, they continue to work well offensively. They should be in good shape going forward.
They double him with Jordan. The drive by Green. He feeds it to Warren. Back to Green. Shot to end this cold run. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's Golden State. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Warren. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Back to Curry. Puts one up from 19. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
17 seconds left to play in the first half. And here is Jordan. Blocked, but they'll get another chance. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Warriors.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you?